Hey guys, Adriano here. This is the second demo screencast for my project, Review Request Action Registration. And yeah, it's been a whole month since the last video. I think last time we got up to here, part one, and I think we were on revision number four. And yeah, since then I've done a lot of stuff. Yeah, just look at all these circles here. All right, so what have I done since then? Well, let's take a look at review detail here. You'll recall from the last video that I was working on replacing all of these Django template tags. Um, and since then, you'll notice that I've opted to get rid of the block tag for review request action and replace it with this nice, simple, basic tag, review request actions. I've also, yeah, you can see here that I've extracted this HTML stuff and I've encapsulated them into their own files here, action and menu action. And yeah, the secondary and the hooks, these tags have been removed, and everything now gets handled by my one basic tag. And yeah, that's pretty awesome. So today I'm going to be showing you guys an extension that I've written that updates these boring default actions. What I'll do here is for close, I'll get rid of this discarded action and replace it with my own action, a new close action. And I'll also get rid of this ship it action. And I will add a bunch of actions over here. So yeah, let's see how I'm going to do that. So over here in PyCharm, you'll notice that there's a test action extension that's in a separate directory from everything else. And then in my extension.py file, I've defined at the top just a whole bunch of classes, just all the classes. And yeah, in my test action extension, what I do to initialize it is I unregister some of the default actions. That was the discard and ship it that I was talking about earlier. And then I register this new close action with respect to this parent close menu default action. And then down here, I use a bunch of action hooks. So currently, extensions can provide actions by supplying these action dictionaries. And what I've done in these hooks is I've written some logic that automatically converts these dictionaries into proper base review request action instances. So for example, you notice that this guy's missing an ID. IDs used to be optional. So I've written some logic that supplies my own ID based off of the label. All right, down here, you'll notice that we've got an action hook that properly supplies the actions using the preferred way by supplying a bunch of action instances. So we can see this nice menu structure here. And yeah, I've defined a bunch more hooks over here. One thing to note is that when we are replacing dictionaries with instances, a review request action hook will, by default, um, only render the actions when we're in the reviews tab, whereas for something like a diff viewer action hook, those only get rendered in the diff tab. So we'll be able to see that in a little bit. Okay, so I've fired up the dev server already, and I've already got two tabs here. In this first tab, we're in the reviews tab, and yeah, sure enough, we can see these reviews drop down and reviews actions here. They got rendered correctly. And then if we switch over to the diff tab, those guys disappeared, and now we see these diff actions. So yeah, that's a pretty good sign. If I take a look at this super nested menu, you'll notice here that yeah, um, we now allow for arbitrarily nested menus as opposed to what it is right now, where we only allow for one level of nesting. Yeah, you can see here that this can get pretty deep. This is probably not what it's going to look like in the final product, but at least the backend is working correctly. And yeah, as promised, my close menu has unregistered the discarded action and replaced it with this new close action, and the ship it action is now unregistered. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Take care, guys.